Hey everybody, Travis Clater back for another strategic thought for the day. And I know it's been a minute, but I did want to come back and connect with everybody and talk about something that I've been seeing a lot of recently. And as we move through this pandemic, combined with the social unrest happening across the country and across the world, I keep hearing the same underlying messages from industry experts, business leaders, media outlets, and quite frankly, everybody. I see another article every day on this, and that is businesses and brands need to focus on things like transparency, trust, and brand purpose right now. Now, I completely agree with that. In fact, I just did several blogs and videos about about how important the idea of transparency is and how brands can use this effectively. So if you haven't seen those, make sure you head over to the website to check them out. But at this point, I hope it doesn't come as a shock to any leader or professional that they need to focus on things like brand trust and transparency during a time of international crisis and, quite frankly, during a time of increasing mistrust in the foundational institutions in our country. At this point, we're just going to call that the basics. What isn't basic is how to communicate all these things to your audiences. Now, I hope that most businesses out there have a purpose of some sort that can resonate with their audiences and with their consumers. Even if you haven't been able to articulate it the right way, the chances are you do have a purpose that consumers can get behind because this is something consumers are demanding these days. So, this is where business leaders need to push their communications experts to the forefront and let them do their job. And this is where communicators need to step up and do what they do best, which is communicate to connect and encourage action. And we'll get into what I mean by that. But as I've said it before, there's never been a more important time for communications experts and public relations professionals. So we need to step up. Now, I just want to quickly talk about two elements of what communicators and public relations professionals do that are crucial right now. First is connecting storylines across our communications channels so they make sense. It's no longer enough to just post a blog or a video on Facebook or some other social media channel. The reality is, right now, unfortunately, many brands are talking in silos or only talking on one or two channels. And consuming information in silos is something we accuse consumers of doing all the time. And it's true, they do that. But as brands, we need to integrate our communications to reach and connect these audiences with each other and with our storylines. And with that, we need to be the conduit to helping connect these storylines across all of our social media channels. And we do that through tailoring our communications to the channel we're communicating on. The same storyline that works on Facebook may not work on your blog or may not work for an earned media approach. There are two simple facts right now. We need to use all of the communications channels at our disposal that we have the resources for, and we need to get specific and tailored for each and every one of them. Yes, it's more work, but yes, it absolutely has to be done. Next, and this is crucial, we need to focus on how we engage our audiences to get them to take action. Talking to them is great, but what are we asking them to do? Do we need them to support our brand? Do we need them to visit a website? Do we need them to just be fans right now? There needs to be meaning and purpose behind all of your communications, and it needs to help drive the business. Too many brands and communicators are focused on just connecting with audiences right now, and it doesn't come across as genuine or sincere. It's also passive. This is passive communications versus actionable communications. And don't get me wrong, sometimes it's great for your audiences and consumers to just hear from you. In fact, sometimes that's exactly what they want, but it needs to be part of a larger strategy of engaging them to take action. And the good news is this: audiences want to take action, but they want to take action on their terms, their way, and on their timeline. Your job and the job of communicators, and it's a crucial one right now, is to be a conduit to help them take that action. And this is what communications is all about. We show our audiences the path and we invite them to walk down it with us. So right now, it's so important for brands to just let their communicators do what they do best. And there's your strategic thought for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you head over to tcstrategic.com to check out previous videos and previous blog posts, and we'll see you back here again soon. Thanks.